Washington Redskins! I don't believe it!
The right tackle from Rice, number 77, Darryl Grant.
A lot of time, but no receiver, and down goes Bartkowski. A lot of pressure coming from Darryl Grant, the defensive right tackle. There is a loss of 8. Let's take a look at the defensive unit as it will line up for the Redskins. They have 33 sacks coming in tonight, so they now have 34. There they are. Very strong. You know the names. They're familiar. They've been in the last 2 Super Bowls.
Defense also dominated Dallas in Week 3. Darryl Grant and company tossed Troy Aikman around and sacked him 8 times.
Darryl Grant, number 77, will live in the memory as the Redskins' only defensive lineman to register over 100 tackles in a season.
Junior Club Latossi in the lineup on the draw play, nailed for a loss inside the 15. Darryl Grant, number 77, got there.
Darryl Grant didn't pay any attention to a draw. He just starts straight ahead. He's just running straight ahead. There's Total Latossi is going to come back and run that delay. Grant's just sitting right there waiting for him. I'll tell you, when you get Grant sitting and waiting for something, you got a big guy sitting and waiting there. Look at those arms. They look like legs growing out of his shoulders.
Play action. Intercepted. Darryl Grant with the interception.
Good rush by the Redskins, but Darryl Grant never gets enough credit for being the kind of football player that he really is. That's consistent, solid, always there, dependable. The ball looks like it bounces just a little bit off of John Settle's head, and if it did, Darryl Grant, that's even more exceptional to make that reception that way. You know, they talk about those big guys not having good hands and all the rest of that. I don't buy that.
The toss back to Anderson. Anderson being chased and hit hard by Darryl Grant, one of the best tackles you'll see a defensive lineman make all season.
Well, Brookie, they weren't worried about him playing good in place of Perry Brooks at the right defensive tackle. They were more concerned about his loss on the special teams. He has had a fine ball game here this afternoon. 6'2", 265 pounds, and extremely quick. Gibbs said that he runs as well on special teams as anybody's ever had that size. That's number 77 playing in here and then dropping back in. He played some offensive guard even last year.
Boy,
he's a pretty good athlete.
Hit, lift, and drive. Some tackle. 3rd down and 2.
By Darryl Grant, I believe, who likes to play on the special teams, and there he still goes. It's a runaway truck.
Up for a few early errors. Kenny King on the fumble. And let's say it is Washington.
Jim McMahon spent most of the second half on his back. He never could contend with the storming Redskin rush, which logged 5 sacks, while permitting only 3 more points the rest of the game.
Little swing pass nearly intercepted by Grant, and he'd have been gone, or close to it.
Look at Darryl Grant to the right of your screen on the loop. He smells the screen. He's just going to go with Steve Sewell, and alert play by a defensive lineman.
Washington ball. The Eagles' first turnover of the game. And Darryl Grant was the man who got a paw on him and knocked it free.
Byers going to kick out. He's leading now. Here he is. He got it tucked away nicely right there. And Grant just strips it. There's the ball in the air. That makes you want to feel like you want to jump and get it, doesn't it, Brent?
Easy now. Fellas like that break in half, wouldn't they?
Well, Darryl Grant's their most experienced guy. He's really their defensive leader.
Time were Perry Brooks and number 77, Darryl Grant.
To make matters worse, the Redskins proved that they could capitalize upon Minnesota's miscues as well as their own. The Redskins' 31-17 win enabled them to maintain a share of the divisional lead.
Anthony Tony, fumble. Redskins ball. Philadelphia Philadelphia had 9 fumbles in the last 2 preseason games.
1989.
Eyes on Washington's squandered scoring opportunity.
He will not. Outside drive by Anderson, 32, picking his way. Maybe picks up 2.5, 3 yards. Grant again making another tackle. And number 77 is playing very well, replacing Perry Brooks. Second down, 4. Fumble. Carpenter lost the ball. Redskins recover. Looked like Darryl Grant, 77. The turnovers are even at 2 apiece as Darryl Grant comes up with a big fumble recovery. There's counteraction in the backfield. Now see that? Now he fakes the reverse right here. Now watch him fake the reverse, and that started to freeze people. Now watch the ball in his hand. He cuts back up inside. It was knocked out by a defender, and he could not see him coming. Grant noses his way underneath there and muscles the ball out. He's got it.
Almost jumping. And here is Willie Oliver again, and Oliver is brought down by Darryl Grant, who almost jumped off sides on the play. Darryl Grant is very strong against the run. He missed the opening game against Miami with a knee injury, but has come on strong. He's all over the field.
This should do it. Right up into the pocket again. Ball is knocked loose. They say he was in the grass, and they blow it dead with 2 seconds left to play.
That's probably a pretty fitting ending for today. That's the way the game has gone most of the time.
First down and 10. The Chargers have the football. Their own 26-yard line. Luther, Muncie, line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Oh, he got hit. Pressure on Montana. He had to throw it away, and he was really hammered. He stays on the turf. Man, I tell you, that was Darryl Grant that was back there, and he really got a lick on it. It's his second sack of the night, and Montana is hurt. Because you see the arm goes up, and once that helmet goes right into the rib, it appears, because Montana did get up and walk off, but it appears it was just knocked the breath out of him, but that's the way you break some ribs. He's a starter for 3 and 82, and he has not thrown a pass through the preseason. There's a fumble by Tyler. And the Redskins are saying they get it. A team that led the NFL in the giveaway ratio by plus 43 last year, gets the football back in midfield. Dallas, the chance still goes. I tell you, that's got to be intimidating. Getting batted in the air, picked off by Darryl Grant. Touchdown, Washington Redskins! I don't believe it. Unbelievable! Oh, what a play! Dexter Manley tipped the pass. Darryl Grant got the interception, and now the stadium shakes. Oh, they're going crazy in RFK. Look at this. Look at this. That's got to be intimidating. 50,000 people. Oh, well, set up a screen, batted in the air, picked off by Darryl Grant. Touchdown, Washington Redskins. I don't believe it. Unbelievable. Oh, what a play. Dexter Manley tipped the pass. Darryl Grant got the interception, and now the stadium shakes. Oh, they're going crazy in RFK. Look at this. Look at
this. Washington defeated Dallas 31-17 for one of the most glorious victories in the Redskins' 42-year history. This assortment of Smurfs, Hogs, Fun Bunchers, and Blue-Collar Boys had proved their critics wrong and united to form a true team, the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. Hail to Joe Gibbs and the Washington Redskins, champions of the world for 1982.
Down, play action, fake to Dorsett. Oh, well, set up a screen, batted in the air, picked off by Darryl Grant. Touchdown, Washington Redskins! I don't believe it! Oh, what a play! Dexter Manley tipped the pass. Darryl Grant got the interception, and now
fill the stadium, Chase.
Washington's 31-17 victory was one of the biggest wins in team history and propelled the Redskins into their second Super Bowl. The motto is hit and win.